so we're on our way to go get some blank hoodies to print on. I thought I'd show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of like the Wonderworld process and how we print our hoodies. I know as a creative, it's always interesting to see how other people do stuff. Maybe if you're not even interested in printing, you just kind of want to see like how clothes are made. So I'm gonna bring you along for that. Got the blinks, let's try them on. Oh, this shit's nice. All right, so I got the blank on right now. It's actually pretty high quality, like the stitching. It's really nice. The drawstrings are pretty nice. And the hood actually like fits and isn't like super tight when you move around, which is like a real big plus on hoodies, like blanks like this. So I think this is what we're gonna print on. I'm gonna go out and try that, and I'll show you that process as well. So I'm actually here in my basement, and this is where we print. It's a little messy right now because there was a flood, so we had to move everything in the middle and stuff. But yeah, we print down here. This is actually what the design is gonna look like. I just printed out a blank t-shirt. It says Wonderworld breaking news, the world's on fire. A little article here. NASA's proof that global temperatures are rising, a little Earth picture, and then a Rolex ad. So it's supposed to be like a newspaper style. That's kind of what the design we were going for. So I'm gonna print on these blanks here, and I'm gonna just show you the process of that. There we are, this shit's fire. I just need to fix the placement a little bit, move it up a little bit. But other than that, damn. So it's been about a week-ish since I went to that distribution center and got those blanks. We decided to change the color of the hoodie. It's now gonna be a navy blue. I think I like this better personally. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the final print. If you guys wanna cop one, the link will be down in the description. There might not be a photo up yet, an official photo up, but just know it looks like this. I'll have like the graphic or whatever, but just not an overall photo. Oh, also, let me know if you guys like that like little behind the scenes kind of thing at the beginning of the video. Maybe I should make that its own separate video. I don't know, maybe I should just keep them in front of the tutorials. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments below. All right, so let's get into the video. So the video we're gonna be doing is Bankrol Hayden, his Costa Rica video. It was directed by, or shot by, wetvisuals and edited by Nicholas Jandora. He does a lot of like Little Skies videos and stuff, and been doing a lot of videos recently. It's a pretty simple video. There's just a handful of effects I'm gonna be going over. Nothing too crazy. Just wanted to keep it short and simple for my first video back in a while. So the first thing I'm gonna go over is this like extra wide angle shot. It could be done with like actual lens, but you can also kind of tweak it a little bit in post. So I'll be going over that. The second thing I'm gonna be going over is just how to change the hue of the sky or of any object. It's just something simple he does throughout the video, and he keeps it consistent. It looks pretty cool. And then the third effect I'm gonna be going over is this like RGB separation here. He does it throughout the whole video, just in certain clips or whatever, like there again. And then lastly, I'm gonna be going over, let me find it. I think the transition was somewhere around here. Yeah, it's right there, that transition. It's like a little pixel sorting and like a bulge on the video, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a pretty unique transition. I've never seen it before. All right, so going first, we're gonna be going over this extra wide angle shot here, just like that. So what I'm gonna be doing is just finding a clip that's similar. I think there was one right here. Yep. I'm gonna cut here. And then if you wanna do it in Premiere, it's not gonna look as good, or I guess it can look as good, but you have less options as far as tweaking it. You can do, what is it called? It's under distort. It's called lens distortion. And curvature, you just make it negative, whatever you think looks cool. I don't know, around here I would say like -30 or whatever. And then as you can see, it kind of has that effect that we were going for. But if you want to take it the next step forward and make it look even better, in my opinion, D to split. Let me just split D. There we are. Okay, so we're just going to do this clip. And here we're going to do the optics compensation effect. So drag optics compensation on it, then click reverse lens distortion, and then drag that up until you think it looks good. I think this just looks overall better. Drag it up to like something like 70, maybe a little higher. And then there's the effect you got. And then with this one, which is nice about it, you can go, say you wanted the effect to take place on his head. Actually, it'll probably look better with vertical here. Yeah. And then just reset this value. Yeah, that effect looks better with vertical in my opinion. But yeah, you can like have it centered on something if you want to have it focus on his head or focus on his feet or something. But for right now, the center's good for me. And then that's what the effect's going to look like. Okay, so back into Premiere for changing the color of any object. Let me just find something I can change the color to real quick. Oh, let's see that sand. It sounds cool. All right, so a super simple way to do it is just type in change color in Premiere, or change color to. Drag that on there, and then select the color you want, and then whatever color you want to drag it to. So let's like make it blue or something. But since I selected sand, it's gonna get his like skin tones too. So that's just something you got to take in note. Like if you change like a color of something different, it won't change the skin color. Like if you change the green, it wouldn't affect his skin tone. So just take that in mind. But another way of doing it, I think it turns out a little bit better if you go to Lumetri. If you drag that on there and then go to HLS secondary and then set the color. And then what I do is I just go to add color and just drag around here a little bit. It just adds a bunch of different shades of that exact color. And then you can just drag this around however you want. And you can make it whatever color you want. So that's cool. That's how you do that effect. And then how you do this effect with like the lines here, kind of just separating the colors. You can do it two ways. If you have the Universe plugins, Universe, I think it's called Chromatic Aberrations. Yeah, Chromatic Aberrations. Here, let me go to a clip where it's not on there. As you can see, by default, it adds that effect, but you can go to different presets, go to choose preset. And then once it loads, you can choose one that you like. Simple's pretty good. And if you don't want the blur, you can just go to blur and turn that off. Just drag everything down so it doesn't show up. I think throughout the video, he had just like a lot smaller of a distortion. So maybe like 0.1 distortion. Lens distortions, like kind of like the optics compensation thing I was talking about. But yeah, that's how you do that. But if you don't have Universe, you can do, the effect is called VR digital glitch. And then you can just turn off the distortion or wait, not the color distortion. You can turn off the geometry distortion and the distortion rate. And then you can play around with how much color distortion you want. It's not exactly the same, but it's as close as you can get without the Universe plugin. And then finally, the last effect is going to be that pixel sorting transition that kind of has that bump. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a clip where the transition is, transitions right here, and then I'm going to type in pixel sorting. So this is a plugin that you're going to have to get. It's a pixel sorter. Pretty sure you can find it somewhere for free. If not, I think it's only like 20 bucks or something like that. It's definitely worth it if you like the look of the effect. So then I'm just going to go to the part where it's going to transition and then drag it till you start getting these lines like this. And then I'm going to drag another one on and change it from column to row and from highlights to shadows, just to kind of get a different look so it's super distorted. And then go ahead and keyframe both of these and then go back 10 frames. So I'm going to hold shift and then go previous frame twice. So that's going to go back 10 frames, and then I'm going to turn the threshold to 0. And then I'm going to go back that 10 frames and then go like 3 frames forward and then make it 0 again. So it kind of builds up and then snaps and then transitions. So with just the pixel sorting, this is what it's going to look like. And then let's find that spot again. I'm going to just type in, because it looks like he has a little bump or whatever, so I'm just going to type in bulge. And then I'm going to keyframe the height and width. I'm just going to go crazy here and make it super big for this frame. And we're going to open up this so I can see the keyframes. And it only looked like he had it on for a few frames, so just go back one, make it maybe slightly less intense. Both the height and the width. And go back another frame, maybe a little bit less again. And then I'm just going to drag to 0. Then I'm going to go to the next clip, make it smaller, and then make it a little smaller again. And then next frame, I'm just going to make it 0. So it's going to just like pop out just for a second, just like that. And honestly, I could probably take the bulge effect off the second clip a little bit because it's a little bit noticeable there. But just for the sake of tutorial, that's what it is. Yeah, it's pretty much all the effects in the video. The video is super simple and just tasteful editing, honestly. Just kind of something unique that you don't normally see, like the sky replacement, the chromatic aberrations, just the subtle effects. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. So thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, just like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff below. Let me know what I should do for my next video. Peace.